Some situations in life feel buried, like your dreams have been sealed behind a stone. Maybe it's your finances, your health, your family, and it feels like nothing is changing. But what if the silence you're in is not the end? What if Jesus is about to speak into your situation? Jesus has power over death, and over every situation you're going through, he can still give you life out of that situation, just as he raised Lazarus from the grave. Lazarus was sick, and Martha and Mary, who were taking care of him, felt helpless. Have you ever watched something fall apart in your life and you couldn't fix it? They didn't panic. They sent for Jesus. Because when life is out of your control, faith reminds you who is in control. When the messenger told Jesus that Lazarus is sick, Jesus said, "This will not end in death, but is for the glory of God, so that the Son of God may be glorified through it." But then, he waited for 2 more days. And this is where many people struggle, because God speaks a promise, but nothing changes immediately. Delays can feel like rejection, but sometimes God is preparing something greater than you expected. And finally, Jesus said to them plainly, "Lazarus is dead, and I'm glad for you that I wasn't there, so that you may believe. But let's go to him, not because he didn't care, but because he knew what was coming next." Arrived, he found that Lazarus had already been in the grave for 4 days. Martha said, "Lord, if you had been here, my brother wouldn't have died." That's a real human feeling, disappointment with God. But she didn't lose faith. She said, "Even now, I believe." Faith doesn't mean you don't feel pain. It means you don't let pain take away your hope. Jesus said, "I am the resurrection and the life." He saw Mary crying and the crowd crying. He wept because he was deeply moved in his spirit. "Where have you put him?" he asked. This is powerful because it shows that God is not distant from your pain. He sees your struggle. He feels your hurt, and he cares deeply about what you're going through. After Jesus shouted with a loud voice, "Lazarus, come out!" The dead man came out, bound hand and foot with linen strips, and his head wrapped. One word from Jesus changed everything. The same voice that created life called life back again. Father, every situation in our lives that feels dead, we bring it before you. Speak life into our struggles, our fears, our delays. Give us faith to trust you even when we don't understand. Call us out of every grave and into the life you have for us. In Jesus'